and all that, no, last few quarters was a little bit mixed bag. And of course, the sector is little bit shaky, but I think things will be better from here. The order execution will be much better. See, water infra is been in demand over the time, but no, still the execution for this company is not been up to the mark. See, government spending is also going to support the growth and all that. And overall, the EPC order trends is going to be there. So of course, if the government capex goes up, I think this company will be getting benefited. But if you say the over the time working capital is a problem for this company and a cost escalation is there for the few contracts. But I think as the stock has came down a lot from the top, I think no, this is the stock slowly and gradually I think you can accumulate. But yes, wait for some time, maybe 10-15% down, you can start accumulating this stock.
Got the view, Tapan. That's his view on dynacons. But we have our first caller for today. Pradeep from Visakhapatnam is dialing in for a stock query. Pradeep, very good morning to you and welcome to Ask Profit. What's your query?
Yeah, very good morning and thanks for taking the query. It is regarding IDFC First Bank.
Okay.
Few days back, actually, the analysts on this show have initiated a buy with a target upside of 85 rupees. So I bought it at around 80.54. The very next day, UBS has called up and, stock. UBS has recommended a sell on this IDFC First Bank.
That's right.
So what should I do? Should I sell it or should I wait?
And Pradeep, are you okay with holding it for some more time? If possible, to get any kind of better returns over the next 1 year or so, can you hold the stock for that long?
No, I am for a short-term period or somewhere around 2 to 3 months.
Okay, got it. Let me take this query with Tapan again. Tapan, in terms of IDFC First Bank, the expectations are that in the next 2 to 3 months, not a lot is going to change. But what would you recommend Pradeep to do if he's not willing to hold IDFC First for a long time? Should he switch out, buy something else according to you?
I totally agree with you, Puneet, on this. Because IDFC First Bank will take some time to recover. If you see, that net interest margin is going to stabilize slowly and gradually as the CASA is going to improve, and retail mix is going to expand. But what is the problem is currently their higher OPEX is impacting the cost ratios, and there are slippages still on a little bit higher side. See, asset quality is going to improve, but that is going to improve gradually. Even the management is quite positive, but still, no, it is not able to show on the PNL. So I think it will take some time. If you can hold for 1 year, I do agree. This is a stock, you can hold it. But if it's a short term for 1 month, I don't think it will be a much movement. So if you want to get out, you can get out. But long term, I am okay with this stock.
Got it. That's Tapan's view for IDFC First. So Pradeep, if you want, you can stay invested, but you'll have to give it some time for IDFC First. We have another query. This is coming from Ireland actually. Teja is writing into us for a stock query on Tata Motors. He's asking if he wants to invest for the next 5 years, if he should buy into Tata Motors, the passenger vehicle side or the commercial vehicle. So he's asking, if he can start fresh accumulations as of now. Tapan, what would you recommend if someone wants to buy for the next 5 years? Which company within the Tata stable would you recommend?
See, as we know that Tata Motors passenger vehicle is going through a rough time because of their UK subsidiary. And that cyber attack was then as a result, it is anticipated the loss will be on a bigger side. So we have to wait to stabilize thing. And I think that even though the domestic side of passenger vehicle is good in India, but I think the Jaguar Land Rover, that is when the bleed is happening. So I think I'm not too much positive on passenger vehicle. I will wait for 1 or 2 quarter for more. But yes, commercial vehicle, I'm positive. I think there the lot many green shoots are there. And I think in next few quarters, the numbers may go up. So I'm okay with the commercial vehicle. If you want to go currently, I think commercial vehicle will be a better option than passenger vehicle.
Okay, all right. So that's with regards to where Tata Motors is concerned. We are also joined by Vaishali Parekh on this side of the show as well. We've got our next caller also. Chandu is calling us from Hyderabad. Chandu, hi, a very good morning to you. How can we help you today?
Yeah, very good morning.
Go ahead and ask your question, Chandu.
So, I have a query related to LIC Housing Finance.
Okay.
So I have a quantity 450 at the price of 597.
Okay.
So what is the view? I'm a long-term investor. So can I hold or can I move to some other sector or So what exactly? I want to know. I
Sure.
do have some other the finance, housing finance, other stocks also.
Sure. Understood.
नमस्कार दोस्तों, होप आपको सेशन अच्छा लग रहा है। अगर आप चाहते हो कि हम भी आपको हेल्प करें स्टॉक सिलेक्शन में, तो आप हमारी सर्विस ले सकते हैं। हम एक सेबी रजिस्टर्ड रिसर्च एनालिस्ट है, और आप www.ca-tapan.in ये वेबसाइट में जाके देखिएगा। यहाँ हमने सब कुछ दिया हुआ है। अगर आप देखें तो एक पोर्टफोलियो बिल्डर कॉम्बो है, जहाँ हम लोग इक्विटी, म्यूचुअल फंड, ETF, IPO, SME IPO, बॉन्ड्स रिकमेंडेशन, बाय सेल रिकमेंडेशन, वीकली सेशंस होते हैं जो आपको हेल्प करते हैं आपका पूरा पोर्टफोलियो स्ट्रक्चर और प्रॉपर डायरेक्शन में, प्लस पोर्टफोलियो रिव्यू भी होता है। तो आप जरूर जाके देखिएगा। इवन आपको सिर्फ इक्विटी का चाहिए तो इक्विटी का भी पोर्टफोलियो अवेलेबल है। जो आप सिर्फ इक्विटी का चाहिए तो बेटर है आप एक बार जाके देखिए और समझिए। प्लस गाइज, अगर आप चाहते हो कि आप हमारा नेक्स्ट सेशन अटेंड करें ऐसे सेक्टर रिकमेंडेशन और इवन स्टॉक पिकिंग एक्सरसाइज, तो हम उसकी भी लिंक दे देंगे। वो क्लिक करके नेक्स्ट सेशन अटेंड कीजिएगा। चले, डू सब्सक्राइब फॉर द नेक्स्ट वेबिनार। थैंक
So, Chandu, I'll take this up with Tapan. And Tapan, what's the view like for LIC Housing Finance, and would this be your pick?
See, LIC Housing Finance, of course, it's a peak you can stay within. The reason is NBFC is doing good, and I think the net interest margin is going to improve over the time. That maybe December we'll have an interest rate cut, and around 12 to 15% CAGR loan growth will be there. Net interest margin stabilization will happen, and affordable housing demand is going to stay strong in next few quarters because the interest rate go down. So, see, quality controls, NPA is in control. Asset quality will improve steadily, and if you see the cost of fund is little bit gone up, but I think they will able to manage it. So yes, I might posit on net LIC housing. He can only, because I was not able to hear his full question, so I don't know the pricing, but yes, the stock is a hold, and if it goes down, you can buy again.
Okay, we have one more query on LIC Housing Finance, but this is from a 12 months perspective. The person has bought it at the levels of 628. Should he average or hold? Vaishali, your view on the charts?
Right, so I think it's a good level to average, because technically I think 550, 545 is a good level, which was a recent low also. I think stock should bounce from here on, and if 1 year is the horizon, this can go towards 630, 640.
Got the view. So that's the technical and the fundamental view on something like an LIC Housing Finance. We have another question now coming in from Satyan. He is a loyal follower, so thanks so much for that, Satyan, and sending in your query. He holds Embassy Developers, bought at 115. So he's currently sitting at a loss of almost 25 to 30% on this counter. He's asking we should book it right now or continue to hold, and if also makes sense to switch to something like an Ahluwalia Contracts as well. It's a company that had a good quarter too. Tapan, what would you recommend? Would you recommend getting out of Embassy and getting into something like an Ahluwalia Contracts?
You see, Embassy is not able to perform as such, and overall, there is a rising interest rate pressure for this company, and Bangalore oversupply concerns are there. Slower rampers there on the new projects. But as office occupancy is going to be remaining strong, but somehow this company is not able to perform. And if you see, the occupancy will start going up steadily from here also. But the problem remains that still the PAT margin is much more lower than the expectation. So even I am not too much positive on this stock. Yes, if he wants, he can move to the Ahluwalia Contractor. I think that may rise faster than this company.
Okay. All right. We've got our next caller. Suman is calling us from Hyderabad. Suman, hi. A very good morning to you. How can we help you today?
Yeah, hi. Thank you for taking my call. I am from Hyderabad. I have invested in Tata Technologies. I have purchased 62 shares at 1110 price.
Okay.
So should I hold or sell, as I am already lost in that portfolio? What is the future of Tata Technologies? I just want to know.
Okay. Suman, so from my understanding, it's a fundamental question that you have, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Tapan, what's the view like on Tata Tech? He's already sitting on a loss of 26,000 rupees.
See, Tata Technology is not able to perform, and again the IT sector is going from a rough phase. If you see, the EBITDA margin also missed this time the estimates. Again the wage inflation is actually impacting the margins. Again, over the time, because they have a few big customer, that is the problem with this company. And basically the bigger customer is Tata Motors. and that is where my issue is that no, it is too much concentrated on the top 4 to 5 customer, and I think that will be a problem in future also. Of course, strong traction is there in the aerospace vertical, but still I feel no, it will not perform as such. I think he can easily move to some other better stock, maybe mid cap IT, which may give a better result than this. So my call will be sell on this.
Okay.
Got that, Tapan. But we have another query now. Manohar from Pondicherry is actually writing into us with an interesting query if he should buy into Cyient or Cyient DLM. Now, one's of course an IT company, the other one's into the EMS space, and he's asking for a 1 to 2 year view. So, Tapan, would you recommend getting into either of those counters? Both have had the separate challenges. Any view on Cyient as well as Cyient DLM?
No, I will not recommend to go into any of these two stocks. As you told, no, Puneet, no, they are having a rough time, and no, the few last quarters results were also not good. Lot of expectation was there through Cyient, but no, it is not able to deliver. Maybe from here the decent growth will be there, but still lot of issues are there, and again AI is impacting a lot. Again, digital engineering and all that is going to go up, but I don't know whether they will able to leverage that thing or not. Again, as the component shortage and all that delivery is also actually having an impact on both these stocks. So my verdict will be no, don't go into these stocks. I think no, they can miss. Better to go some mid-cap IT like Coforge or Persistent. That will be a better option.
Okay, the next one is an interesting one, and from the consumer durable space. Ramesh from Hyderabad has invested 2 lakhs in Crompton Greaves. He's sitting on a loss of around 10,000 rupees is what he's saying. He's also invested 3 lakhs in LG Electronics. Wants to know from a long-term perspective, can he move the 2 lakhs that he's already invested in Crompton Greaves to LG Electronics? Tapan, do you think that's the right thing to do?
See, LG Electronics valuation is on a higher side only. Already IPO was, at that time, valuation was on peak. So at this valuation, I will not suggest to enter. Let it come down little bit, maybe 10-15% down, then he can think about it. Of course, Crompton is not able to perform. So slowly and gradually he can move. LG is a good company, but valuation is a factor because I think still there is a room of downside from here. So he can wait, then he can enter.
Okay, all right. So that's the view with regards to where some of these consumer durable names are concerned. But moving on, before of course we move on to the queries that we have for you on the show today, let's bring in Sharad to give a perspective of what the derivative space is looking like right now. Sharad, what is the setup talking to you about? Because today, after a very long time, we're seeing gains of about 0.7% on the Nifty.
Well, that's very interesting, Mahima. An initial hour of trade, we had almost 50% shots in the system, but now it's in just single digits. Let's look at the Sensex number. The sea of green coming in, of course, aided by Adani Ports. Only Bharti Airtel is having a negative flow coming in because of a major block happening from the promoter side. But net, it's a very strong setup. We can see, and it's comfortably, we can see the numbers are above the 85,000 odd mark. Also, let's look at the overall contract setup, how things are looking at. Currently, the numbers are pretty strong, and the 10-day EMA levels, that is something where the congestion would be there in case there is a volatility in the counter. Very strong movements coming in, the new fresh call contracts coming up in the scene, and this is coming in both 88,700 and some of them going even to the 90,200 levels mark. BankX, a strong performance coming in from all the constituents and interest rate sensitive stocks. That is something which we'll be looking at, all of them doing really well. And of course, the major trigger being RBI's MPC meet on December the 5th, and the larger banks also participating. And if you look at the contracts, significant up move coming in, and these are the new contracts which are coming in the call segment. Also, let's look at the stocks where the key long positions are building up. And interestingly, 2 stocks make it to the list, and they include Nuvama and SAIL. Even the metal pack has done really well, apart from the interest rate sensitive stocks. Also short covering, CDSL and HUDCO, of course, exchange related stock also making it to the list. But now the short build up, we could say it's kind of mixed for Bharti Airtel, HDFC, AMC. We could say a bit of long unwinding, but the entire numbers, if we see, almost 90% of the market has shifted in the green, in the overall FNO space coming in. So that's why we are not having much short build up in the space right now, and we can see a strong momentum in the market with a very bullish sentiment.
Well, thanks so much for that, Sharad. So that's definitely some kind of short build up been seen in a couple of stocks, but keep them on your radar. But we have another caller now coming in from Hyderabad. Ram is dialing in for a stock query. Ram, very good morning to you and welcome. We seem to have lost Ram, at least in that for the conversation, but we have his question. He is holding roughly about Kfin Tech, 99 shares at 1354. Let's quickly put up the stock up. So he is currently sitting on a loss. He's not mentioned his time frame. So let me go across to Vaishali real quickly. Vaishali, on Kfin Tech, would you suggest that the level that Ram is holding at 1354, it can come back sometime in the near term?
Well, it's very hard to tell right now, but I think the level that it is right now, it makes sense to average out to lower your cost, at least for a bounce back. Technically, it's very well placed. I think keep a stop loss of 1020 and look for a target of at least 1150 to 1200 to start with. So I would suggest average out because this would make a favorable risk reward ratio, lower the cost and get out. Let's have a relook at 1150.
Okay. All right. So that's in regards to where Kfin Tech is concerned. The next one is from Sjvn, who's writing us from Chennai, asking about biocon. 500 shares is what he or she is holding at the rate of 421. What's the target price for the next 3 odd months to hold or sell? Vaishali, on the charts?
I would say hold. There's nothing wrong with the trend, and I think 380 should act as a support. And I think for 3 to 6 months, one can look for a target of 445 to 460 levels.
Got that. That's Vaishali's view on something like a biocon hold for now. We have another question, actually, another short-term question on something like a Mahindra and Mahindra. Long-term, we have been discussing quite a bit, quite strong. They also have an EV launch tomorrow. So Kantibai from Mumbai is actually asking we should buy into it for the short term. Vaishali, on the charts, M&M, does it suggest any kind of up move to continue?
Well, there is no remarkable volume. The trend continues to be strong. So if one has to buy, I would say keep a support of 3600 levels. And if the view goes right, it can really go towards the previous high of 3750 to 3800 levels.
Okay, the next one is on lemon trees. Tom Varghese is holding 100 shares, bought at the levels of 176. Wants the view for the next 12 months. Should he hold or exit? Tapan, what's the view like from the next 12-month perspective for lemon tree?
Lemon tree looks good, and hospitality sector overall is going to do well. If you see the double-digit growth is the average revenue per room, and I think it is going to go up only. Again, many properties are coming up for lemon tree, and from here I think occupancy will slowly and gradually go up. Occupancy is around 70-75%, which is quite good. Again, this quarter, October to December festival season was there, and that will help this quarter result to come strong. So new hotel additions are there, and I think if I say even the margins are slowly and gradually will improve from here. Of course, it has not improved till yet, but it's going to improve. So very positive for this company. I think one can hold this stock, even at a lower level they can buy.
All right, okay, so that's with regards to where lemon tree is concerned. We've got our next caller. Kiran is calling us from Hyderabad. Kiran, hi, a very good morning to you. How can we help you today?
Good morning, ma'am. My query is regarding Netweb Technologies, ma'am.
Okay.
I purchased 37 shares at 3308 today, ma'am.
Okay.
For a short-term trade for 1 month time frame. Is it a good
Okay. Okay.
Short-term trade, ma'am.
Okay, got your question, Kiran. I'll take this up with Vaishali. Vaishali, what are the charts indicating for Netweb Tech from a 1 month perspective?
I think it's looking quite attractive. We've seen a good high near 4,000 odd levels, and we've seen a regular retracement. So I think the stock should pick up from here, and this can go towards 4,000, 4,100 in 3 months time period.
Got the Vaishali, but we have another question on something like Rattanindia Enterprises, and our viewer Manoj has actually bought it at elevated levels. Let's quickly pull up the charts. He's mentioning that he's bought 2,000 shares at 59 rupees. So currently sitting at a loss, and asking if there's any chance of recovery to the cost price. Vaishali, let me come back to you on this one. Any view on Rattanindia Enterprise?
Well, right now it is the trend is weak, but only thing I can say is that it is trying to bounce back from its oversold zone. So let's take a step-by-step view. I think support, keep a stop loss of 40. And this stock can bounce back to 44, 48. Above that, 50 is a tough resistance. And once we see across above 50, we can see the stock going towards 55. So chances are there that it can bounce because, as I said, it's just bouncing from its oversold. but disciplined trading is a must. Keep a stop loss.
Okay. The next one is from Praveen, who's writing us from Bengaluru. He's asking about NCC. He's bought 450 odd shares at the levels of 218, holding since the past 4 months. The stock is not moving up, although, is what his concern is, and wants a technical view whether he should hold or exit. NCC, what's the view like, Vaishali?
So NCC, I'm looking at it. I think it is at a make or break level. 170. Current market price is 176. Hold on, because even on a weekly chart that I'm looking at, it is on a 200 period moving average. So I think the stock can bounce from here on and keep a stop loss of 170. And this can go towards 200 levels to start with.
Okay, all right. So that's the view with regards to where charts are concerned for NCC. Viewers and of course Vaishali and Tapan, it's time for our first rapid fire round of Ask Profit. Try to keep your answers as short as possible to buy, sell and hold. The first one is from Lokesh, who's writing us from Hyderabad, asking about Hyundai Motors, whether this is the right time to make an entry from a long-term perspective. Tapan, your view?
Yeah, you can enter.
The next one is something. Let me pull up another query actually. The next one is on HDB Financial, bought at 740. What is the long-term view, Tapan?
Yeah, expensive, so buy on dips.
Okay, Lloyd's Engineering, looking for a 1 year time frame. Is this the right time to enter, Vaishali, on the charts?
Aye.
Amar Raja Batteries, from again a long-term view, Tapan. Gopal is asking this question.
Yes, enter at this level.
Okay, 500 shares of NHPC bought at the levels of 78.6, long-term view. Partha is asking this question. Tapan, your view?
Yes, hold this stock.
The next one is, Rain Industries. Is it a good buy right now, considering for the next 12 months, Tapan?
No.
Okay, PC Jewelers is the next one. Rakshit has got 16,000 shares at the levels of 14 rupees. Hold or sell at the current market price. Vaishali, your view?
Hold.
The next one is coming on something like Nava Limited, and our viewers bought, Krishna has bought at 623, asking we should hold now or accumulate a lot more, Tapan?
Currently hold.
Okay, Taril is the next one. Transformers and Rectifiers, 200 shares at the levels of 400. Manoj wants to know what's the road ahead. Tapan, should he hold?
Yes, please hold it.
Bajaj Finance bought at 1,037 rupees per share, and Shankar is holding 85 shares. What would you recommend, Vaishali?
Okay,
I think we are having a technical issue, Vaishali. Tapan, let me come back to you very quickly on this one, Bajaj Finance.
Yeah, currently hold, but you can buy at dips also.
Okay, PNC Infratech is the next one. 200 shares bought at the levels of 300. Rajneet wants to know if he can continue to hold or not. Tapan, your view?
Yes, please hold it.
All right, okay, so that brings us to the end of the first rapid fire segment of Ask Profit. But viewers and of course guests, please do stay tuned. More queries will be answered on the other side.
On the open fairways, under a vast sky, a new chapter in golf was written. The inaugural NDTV PGTI Golf Pro-Am Tournament, uniting business leaders and the best of Indian professional golf for a day of strategy, skill and pure sporting spirit. From booming drives to clutch putts, catch the action at these times.
The NDTV profit has come a long ways.
You are the new schools and colleges which people are getting access to education from.
नहीं बढ़िया आपके काम किया आपके तो नाम में ही प्रॉफिट लगा हुआ भाई.
In the world of money and markets, the real currency is clarity.
So you guys have democratized information, and I think first you seeded the market, now the market is seeding you back out there.
Decisive, discerning, distinct. NDTV Profit isn't just business news.
We are like visiting faculty occasionally who come and get a chance to share what we can, but I think it's a great service.
It's the new language of markets, and the voices that move markets know it. Understand markets, decode money through the masters who shape them.
I think you're trying to get knowledge to smaller cities and towns, making it simple for retail investors. I think what you're doing is also contributing to the Indian capital markets and Indian economy.
When leaders speak of markets, they speak to NDTV Profit.
The NDTV Profit has come a long way since it was relaunched.
I hope you're watching NDTV Profit a lot.
Absolutely, you can come to my office and you can see.
Neeraj, Tamanna and the entire Profit team is also working super hard on building a world-class financial news product, and therefore it's good that you're watching, and I hope you can see some churn and improvement as well.
No, absolutely.
Welcome back. You're watching Ask Profit here at NDTV Profit. For viewers who are just tuning in, you can either call us or WhatsApp us on the numbers that are flashing on your screen right now. The next one is from Anil, who's writing us from Jalandhar and asking about a short-term view on GMR Airports. He's been holding this for the past 2 months, 35,000 shares at an average price of 90 rupees. Vaishali, on the charts, do you think there's further upside or should he book profits now?
I would say continue holding with a trading stop loss. This can go towards 115 levels.
Got that view, but let me also get in another query from Kalyani. He's holding shares of Syrma SGS and he's bought it actually at a very good price of 422. Currently holding roughly about 250 shares. So he's on a profit of almost 1 lakh rupees. So good for you, Kalyani. It's a great price to buy. He's asking if he should buy, he should wait for the dips. Or continue to hold whatever he has for the long term. Tapan, what would you recommend on Syrma SGS? He's already at a profit of 1 lakh. What should Kalyani do?
First of all, congratulations to Kalyan, very good level to enter, and I'm quite positive on this stock. Of course, the valuation is on the higher side, but EMS sector, there is quite a boom there, and I think the projection and again the management of the guidance is quite positive. And from here also, I think there will be strong traction for the industrial segment, and no, Syrma is going to enter in some other segments also, which will be positive. They are working on the margins, and R&D cost is on the higher side, but they are going to rationalize that by through higher revenue and all that. So I think yes, this is a stock one can stay invested. She can hold it for the long term.
Okay, all right. So that's the view with regards to where Syrma SGS is concerned. The next one is from Sachin, who's writing us from Bihar, asking about Ntpc Green. He's got 500 shares of this counter at the price of 144. Wants to know if he can hold or sell. Vaishali, on the charts.
Well, right now there's nothing much happening, but it needs to cross 110 levels. That could give some trend definition.
Got that. So that's Vaishali's view on Ntpc Green. It's a counter that was expensive at the IPO. Since then hasn't done too much. But another caller coming in from Mumbai, Manish, is dialing in for a stock query. Manish, very good morning and welcome to Ask Profit. What's your query?
Thank you for taking my query. I have got 300 shares of Electrosteel casting at the rate of 86, bought 1 year back. Okay. Should I add on to that?
And Manish, can
because
you hold
it has come down?
Can you hold the counter for a little while if you buy it right now?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Tapan, Electrosteel castings, any view that you have? Manish has bought it at 86. Is it a good time to accumulate?
See, if you say the water infra push is there, and again the pipe demand is expected to be strong from here. Of course, export demand for this company is going to go up from here, and infra orders is almost growth of almost double digit. Of course, the problem with the company is now input cost inflation is quite high and working capital cycle is quite lengthy, and that is the problem with this company. But I think as the infra projects are coming, I think this is a stock he can hold it for now. And if he wants to average, I think yes, slowly in a SIP manner only he can average 1 or twice. Other than you leave it. Okay, so yes, he can hold it and little bit average at a downside.
Okay, so that's with regards to where Electrosteel cast is concerned. The next one is from Bharat Sharma, who's writing us from New Delhi, asking about Ircon International. He's bought at the average price of 264 and wants to know if he can continue to hold or sell at the current market price? So Vaishali, your view?
So I would say the stock has been consolidating and various times it has taken a support of 155, 150 levels. I would say continue holding because I think the downside risk is quite limited. And once the stock gets into a trend, the near-term target could be 180. Above that, we could look for higher targets. So in my opinion, this should be a good level to hold.
Got the view, Vaishali. We have another query now on something like a Kirloskar pneumatic, and our viewer Siddharth from Noida is writing into us for a stock query. He's holding 80 shares, asking a 3 to 6 month view with a buy price of 1258, asking a short term view. So Vaishali, any quick view? Kirloskar pneumatic, it is down to about 1078 now. Do you expect any recovery to the buying price?
Quite likely because the indicators are showing signs of reversal. So 1000 acts as a very good support level. And right now it is showing some volume pickup also. This can go towards the short-term horizon, 1300 levels is quite likely.
Okay. The next one is from Kiran, who's writing us from Bangalore and wants a short-term view on BEL. Vaishali, I'll come to you on this one. What's the chart indicating?
So I think this has been quite a good performing stock. Currently also it is at a good support. The trend is intact. So for a relatively positional view, I would say 390, 400 acts as a good support. And we are looking at a projected target of 440 to 470 in times to come. So this is the way one can handle the stock.
Okay. We've got our next caller. Raju is calling us from Andhra Pradesh. Raju, hi, a very good morning to you. How can we help you today?
Very good morning, madam. SJVN, we are already bought at 150 rupees, madam. But it will 50% as loss, madam.
Yeah.
Can I hold or sell average on the technicals? Please tell me, madam.
Understood. Raju, when you bought this, did you see the technicals of the company or did you see the fundamentals while buying the counter?
SJVN, madam. SJVN.
Yeah, I understood that your query is on SJVN, but when you bought SJVN, did you see the fundamentals or did you see the charts while buying the counter?
Fundamentals, madam.
Fundamentals. Okay, Tapan, since he's already sitting on a loss of 3.6 lakh rupees, would you recommend him to book losses, book partial losses, or maybe wait and see the stock recover? What's the view like?
Yes, the results are not coming so great, even though they have a big projects. Now, the execution part is the missing part, and then the stock has run up a lot ahead of their fundamentals, and that is the problem where most of the investors enter at a much higher level. I think still it will take time. Still, I can see the execution is not picking up, so I will not at all tell to him average. He can wait for 1 or 2 quarters, but then he has to take a decision of moving out. But yes, I am not too much positive on this stock, and please don't average. Just wait for 1 quarter, otherwise take a decision and get out to better stock.
What's your view like on the charts for SJVN?
So I think this has seen massive correction. Actually, even long-term chart I'm looking at is from 170 to now 78. And again, this is also once again at a make or break level. So 75 should act as a stop loss and one can expect a bounce going towards 90-100. But failing which, if 70 levels also break, then I think 75 levels break, then this is heading for further erosion. So I would say rather wait because there's no clarity that yes, it's going to, it's done with its corrective move. So I won't ask to average, but continue holding.
Got the view. Vaishali, we have another very interesting query coming from Khurshid from Delhi. He's asking, he wants to invest 1 lakh rupees each in the hospital and the pharma space. And Tapan, this is coming for you. He's asking what counters could he buy at this level, investing 1 lakh. Would you recommend in the hospital and pharma space? You can recommend one stock or multiple as well. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hospital stocks will do well, and no, there will be a double-digit growth from here. And I think overall the outlook looks good. So yes, in hospital, if you can think about Apollo Hospital or Aster DM, that is a peak. No, I go for it. I think no, it's a safe bet, and I think they may move up. And talking about pharma, wherever no exposure of generic is more, that is where you can consider. But I think two stock here, I'll especially mention Cipla and Lupin. I think they both results were okay, and I think at US their sales is going up even in Middle East, also in African region. I think yes, Cipla and Lupin another two stock you can think about in pharma.
That's Tapan's view on the pharma and the hospital space. But we have another caller now from Hyderabad. Ramana is dialing in for stock query. Ramana, very good morning to you and welcome to Ask Profit. What's your query?
Yeah, I'm holding Gravita at the from bought 1,500 shares at the level of 1769.
Okay.
Should I have to hold it further, or what is the outlook?
And Ramana, what was the rationale before buying into Gravita right now? Is there any fundamental or technical view that you had when you got into this counter, because you're sitting at a very handsome profit?
Thought it is related. I thought it is related to that recycling of rare earth, like that.
Got it.
The theme I thought actually.
Okay, got it. Tapan, let me come to you on Gravita, because Ramana is already sitting at a decent profit of 1.6 lakhs. What would you recommend him to do? Should he continue to hold the stock or book some partial profits, and then maybe, if that's your view?
See, if he is not of need of money, I think he can hold it. See, if you see that there is a steady demand in the recycling market, even the capacity ramp up is going to there, which will increase the volumes. Again, if you see, the capacity addition is going to come in the future. Now, the even PAT margins and EBITDA margins little bit stable only. I think the demand will be there for the future. So yes, at this level also, I think he can hold it. No need to get out.
Okay, the next one is from Ajit, who's writing us from Kerala and asking about Motisons jewelry. Now, Motisons Jewelers. Now, he's got 1,382 odd shares at the levels of 29.64, sitting on loss of around 18,000 rupees. Do you think this price will recover to his cost price in the next 6 months, Vaishali?
I'm not too sure about the jewelry counter. I mean, it is just keep a calculated risk. Say 15 should act as a stop loss and look for a target of 15 to 18 levels. I mean, I would say look at 18 to 20 levels. That's all I can think of right now.
That's Vaishali's view on Motisons. It's not a counter we discussed too much, but hopefully that answers your question. But we have another one on HCL Tech. And Ram from Chennai is asking a long-term view on this counter. He's bought it at 948. Is this a good time to add more, because he is sitting at a decent profit? Tapan, what would you recommend?
No, I'll not tell him to add up more, because HCL will also face a lot of issue. Of course, if you ask me in large cap, I think HCL is the much better bet. But I think still 1 year, 2 years, because of AI impact, there will be a problem with these companies. Again, attrition is on a higher level. Again, of course, the problem is that AI is actually, because of AI, lot many contracts will be renegotiated. So I'm not too much positive in all these large cap IT companies. So if possible, you can move out and better to go to other sector. So do not add this stock at this level.
Okay. The next one is from Vivek, who is writing us from Kathua JNK and asking about Kalyan Jewellers. Wants to know if he can purchase Kalyan Jewellers from a long-term perspective. 1,000 shares is what he wants to purchase. Tapan, do you think this is the right thing to do right now at these levels?
See, I'm positive on Kalyan Jewellers, but the stock has already gone up. But keep it buy on dips. But yes, this is the counter may do well in future also. Because still, I feel that almost 16 to 20% CAGR revenue growth will be there. Again, the studded jewelry is doing good, and their margin may increase. And also, if you see because of strong festive season, I think demand was also good this time. So yes, I'm quite positive in this stock. I think better to do a SIP manner, buy on dips manner. I think he can invest on the Kalyan Jewellers.
Okay, that's with regards to where Kalyan Jewellers is concerned. We've got our next caller. Shaunak is calling us from Mumbai. Shaunak, hi, a very good morning to you. How can we help you today?
Yeah, Crompton brought at 278 and 700 shares.
Okay.
And I can hold up to 3 months.
Up to 3 months. Okay, so I'll get you the technical view for this one then. Vaishali, what are the charts indicating for Crompton? 700 shares is what he's got, and the entry that the entry price is around 278. What are the charts indicating?
Well, this too is showing a lot of downtrend, but once again, quite in an oversold zone and retesting the previous low. So 260 acts as a support, and the bounce, if you're talking about 3 months horizon, I think this can go towards 300, 310.
That's Vaishali's view on Crompton, but we have another query now coming in from the tire space, and MRF is a stock in focus. Satyajit is asking, he's bought it at 1.55 lakhs. So very close to the current market price, and asking what he should do for the long term. Tapan, would you recommend him to continue holding MRF? Is that your top pick in the tire space?
No, because it's quite a illiquid stock. One type, it's a quite a big value, and I think better to go to a stock now where a lot of liquidity is there. Again, the overall, of course, the oil price is down, which will help MRF as such, and their operational efficiency is good currently. But I think still the stock has already gone up a lot, and I still feel now better stocks are available like Apollo Tire or JK Tire. I think he can move there. Well, a lot more liquidity is then again the percentage gain from here will be there better in that stocks.
Okay, and while we speak about MRF, Nifty has crossed the 26,100 level. Let's try to pull up the Nifty 50 heat map also. 49 stocks out of those 50 stocks are buzzing, nearing that 1% mark for the Nifty 50 now, except for Bharti Airtel, all counters in the green. With JSW leading that part up 3% almost. Bank Nifty has also hit record high. Let's try to pull up the constituents in the Bank Nifty because today both PSU as well as private banks are doing very well. To see as to what are the counters that are contributing the most. You have your Axis Bank, IndusInd, Canara Bank, PNB. So it's a mix of both, private as well as PSU banks doing fairly well. But overall, markets for sure towards the positive momentum is what we're looking at. At least in the middle of the week, and we'll have to see as to how this week ends overall. SBI, AU Small Finance Bank, both hitting 52-week high as well. Let's come back to the queries, and we've got our next caller. Parab is calling us from Pune. Parab, hi, a very good morning to you. How can we help you today?
Yeah, good morning. My question is regarding Route Mobile. I bought 200 shares at the rate of 1600 almost 2 years back. Recently, I would like to know the fundamental view on this. Recently, there is some right back from the company
Okay.
in their subsidiary. So is there any corporate governance issue, or what is the outlook from the fundamental analyst?
Okay. In fact, if you try to pull up the charts for this counter for the last 1 year, it's not done anything. I mean, it's down 55%, and right now also down by about 1.4 odd percent. But Tapan, I'll come to you on this one. The concern with regards to Parab is that is there a corporate governance issue that we're seeing on this counter? What is your view overall?
Not a corporate governance, but I think the business model is not so great because if you see the Route Mobile, much more depending on the SMS service and all that, which is now mostly people are using WhatsApp and all that. So that is the core business is impacting, and I've seen the results and all that. I think still a lot of issues are there. Their business model, they are going to change it, but it will take time, and that is what we are seeing the impact on the price also. Of course, slowly and gradually they may move in a much more higher margin businesses, but it will take time, and therefore I'm not too much positive now whether to get out. I think he can wait for some time. Otherwise, honestly, he can move to better stocks which can give a better result. Still, lot of bottlenecks are there in this stock.
Got the view, Tapan, but we have another query now coming in from John. He's asking if it's a good time to enter Niva bupa. He's not mentioned a time frame, so let me go across to Vaishali real quickly. Vaishali, on the charts, does it recommend buying into Niva bupa right now?
Let's have a look. So I think, yes, it is showing good improvement now. The stock is looking quite fairly priced at even on technical levels. 85.90 should be the next target.
Got the view. We have another caller actually coming in from Trivandrum. Kesavan is dialing in for a stock query. Kesavan, very good morning. Welcome to Ask Profit. What's your query?
Yeah, I have Bajaj Housing Finance 800 shares bought at 155.20 average.
Okay.
I am at a loss of 40k. So should I exit or continue?
And Kesavan, do you have any other financials or any other housing finance company in your portfolio?
No, this is the only one.
This is the only one. Okay. And can you hold it for some more time?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Tapan, on Bajaj Housing Finance, and we do get this query quite a bit that a lot of people bought into it at the higher levels. Any kind of recovery expected in that counter? Kesavan's bought it at 155.
Yeah, see, 155 was quite the overvaluation was there at that time, but now slowly and gradually, I think it is around 105. I think around 100, it's a good level to average also. See, overall, if you see the sales and all that is good. Again, gradually, I think net interest margin is going to improve as the interest rate may go down, and credit costs will stay stable for them. and because of Bajaj Finance, they have a good lead also, size, and I think from here maybe double-digit credit growth will be there. So yes, what he can do, he can average it around 100 or 102 level, and I think stay for a little bit 6 on 1 year. I think it will recover from this level.
Okay, so that's the regards to where Bajaj housing is concerned. The next one is from Rajesh, who's writing us from Delhi, asking about CG Power. He's got 500 stocks at the levels of 720 from a long-term perspective, 1 to 2 years. Can you continue to hold this? Tapan, what's the view like?
See, for the CG Power, the main next big thing will happen in maybe in the first half of next year, that their semiconductor unit start operating, because the stock has gone up because of semiconductor unit going to come in operation, and the valuation is still on higher side. If you see the sales and profitability is not matching with the valuation, so I think this will consolidate at this level. Nothing to means, you can wait for 1 or 2 quarters and just see whether the semiconductor unit is started operating or not. Then take an entry. I think it will stay in this range bound for a longer time.
So that's with regards to where CG Power is concerned. We've got our next caller. Ayan is calling us from Surat. Ayan, hi, a very good morning to you. How can we help you today?
So I have query regarding the Newgen stock, Newgen software.
Okay.
For long-term view, at least 1,000 shares.
Okay. So do you already have 1,000 shares, or do you want to enter into this counter?
I want to enter in.
Okay, all right. I got your question. Then I'll take this up with Vaishali, because Vaishali, I mean, you'll be the right person to tell him if this is the right time to make an entry into this counter.
I would say so. Currently at a very strong long consolidation, attempting to make higher bottom. So I think the stock is showing signs of stability. It's 893. So with the support of 880, buy this. We look at 1,000 levels as a strong hurdle. Above that, it can go towards 1,200, 1,300.
Okay, all right. The next one is from Ravi, who's writing us from Kerala, asking about Castrol India. He's holding 50 shares at the levels of 193. What's the view like on this counter? Vaishali, on the charts?
I would say it's a buy, because the stock has really shown good corrective move, and right now it's just showing again consolidation. And I think once we see momentum setting in, this can go towards 210 as a trading target. Above that, we can have a relook for higher targets.
Okay.
Got that view, Vaishali. We have another one coming in from Nagaraj from Bengaluru. He's asking a query on Inox Wind, bought by, and asking if he should buy 500 shares for the next 2 years. So 2 years. So he's asking if he should get into it for the next 2 years, and what is the future like? Vaishali, on the charts, does it suggest buying into it right now, Inox Wind?
So chartically, it looks quite okay. We've seen the long-term trend also is quite intact. We've seen a high of around 200 plus levels, and from there on we've seen a good slide and consolidating. So it's just hovering around at these levels. Makes sense to buy for the first target of around 160, 180.
Okay. Affle India is the next one, and Chandrasekharan from Gurgaon wants to know if this is the right time to make an entry into this counter. Vaishali, on the charts?
This too also long-term chart is intact. We are looking, it can slide actually, well, not too sure about these levels, but I would say accumulate, because if this stock sees further correction, this can slide towards 1,500 levels. So if time is not the criteria, and well, I think long-term chart is also good. So 1,500 should act as a support. In my view, it should be accumulated at every depth.
Got the view. Vaishali, we have another query, and actually it's a very interesting one from Bharat Palan from Mumbai. He's holding shares of Gabriel India, bought 333 shares at 300 rupees per share. So he's almost, increases profits by 3 times in this one trade. He's not mentioned since when is he holding the stock, because it's up almost 9 times in the last 5 years. But when you see the last 1 year also, you'll see that from 400, it almost went to 1,300 rupees per share. So the last 1 year returns have also been very good. On the fundamentals, of course, the unlisted entities came into the listed one, so there was the impact. But Vaishali, what would you recommend on Gabriel India on the charts? Because the fundamentals is quite well known that they're doing very well. Should he book some profits, or can it go back to the 12 to 1,300 levels?
Well, very likely, but I would say that stock did show some retracement. 900 acts as the support. So the view gets negated if 900 levels break decisively, then that could trigger further sell-off and it could indicate some weakness. But till then, continue holding, and very likely it can retest 1300, 1400 levels.
Okay, all right. It's time for our second rapid fire segment. Try to keep your answers as short as possible. The first one is from Mr. Raju, who is writing us and asking about IDBI Bank. He's got 5,000 shares at the levels of 90 rupees. From a long-term perspective, Tapan, can you continue to hold?
Yes, please hold.
Samvardhana Motherson bought at 111, 1600 shares. Should he hold or sell, Vaishali?
Hold.
Okay, the next one is on Sattvic Green. Is the current price good enough to make an entry? Tapan, your view?
Yeah, but in SIP, buy on dips.
The next one is something like a Mukka protein, and our viewers asking if we should get into it right now. Vaishali, on the charts, any view?
Yes, buy now.
Okay, Bharti Airtel is the next one. Tenzin Zook from Kerala has bought 495 shares at the level of 2113. Wants to know if he can continue to hold from a long-term perspective. Tapan, your view?
Yes, hold.
A short-term view on Orient Electric. Our viewers bought it at roughly 191. Vaishali?
Orient Electric, sorry, I'm not tracking.
Okay, Chennai Petrochem is the next one. Anil Kumar wants to know if he can continue to hold for the next 1 month. He's got 96 shares at the levels of 1083. Vaishali, your view on the charts?
Hold.
Delta Corp bought 100 shares at 126. Tapan?
Sell.
Okay, All Cargo Logistics, Hegde S wants to know if he can continue to hold or add. He's got 200 shares at the levels of 40. Vaishali, on the charts?
Hold.
ONGC, Ramanan has actually bought it at 323. Is currently sitting at a loss. Tapan?
Yeah, hold.
Electra Green Tech, Surendra from Chennai wants to know if he can continue to hold or make an entry right now. Your view on the charts, Vaishali?
नमस्कार दोस्तों, होप आपको सेशन अच्छा लग रहा है। अगर आप चाहते हो कि हम भी आपको हेल्प करें स्टॉक सिलेक्शन में, तो आप हमारी सर्विस ले सकते हैं। हम एक सेबी रजिस्टर्ड रिसर्च एनालिस्ट है और आप www.catapan.in ये वेबसाइट में जाके देखिएगा। यहाँ हमने सब कुछ दिया हुआ है। अगर आप देखें तो एक पोर्टफोलियो बिल्डर कॉम्बो है जहाँ हम लोग इक्विटी, म्यूचुअल फंड, ETF, IPO, SME IPO, बॉन्ड्स रिकमेंडेशन, बाय सेल रिकमेंडेशन, वीकली सेशंस होते हैं जो आपको हेल्प करते हैं आपका पूरा पोर्टफोलियो स्ट्रक्चर और प्रॉपर डायरेक्शन में, प्लस पोर्टफोलियो रिव्यू भी होता है। तो आप ज़रूर जाके देखिएगा। इवन आपको सिर्फ इक्विटी का चाहिए तो इक्विटी का भी पोर्टफोलियो अवेलेबल है। जो आप सिर्फ इक्विटी का चाहिए तो बेटर है आप एक बार जाके देखिए और समझिए। प्लस गाइज, अगर आप चाहते हो कि आप हमारा नेक्स्ट सेशन अटेंड करें ऐसे सेक्टर रिकमेंडेशन और इवन स्टॉक पिकिंग एक्सरसाइज, तो हम उसकी भी लिंक दे देंगे। वो क्लिक करके नेक्स्ट सेशन अटेंड कीजिएगा। चलिए, डू सब्सक्राइब फॉर द नेक्स्ट वेबिनार। थैंक यू।
Investment in market securities is subject to market risk. Read all the documents carefully before investing.